125th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now. Yeah. Black Ink Radio.
What's up?
What it do?
Oh,
Hey,
we
how's
don't
it
got us
going?
up there today, huh? You can't see us today.
Not yet.
Not yet. He said, hold on, Jay. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Let me put a remote in it.
Right. What's up, though?
What's up? Who we got here?
My name is C. How everybody doing?
Boom. Can we get some bombs?
No.
Oh.
She gets no bombs.
You're not successful unless you don't have one hater.
You ain't got no haters.
Ha, you.
Ain't no hating over here.
No, I'm just playing Rich. She my favorite. We cool. Or whatever.
Amen. Say amen.
What's going
It's
on?
your girl,
with
What's Up, Jay.
Yes,
You
you
already
go.
know. We already here. We live again today, Thursday, 8
Yes,
to
ma'am.
9. We got a special guest here,
Hello.
AP, Naughty. Y'all ain't here, but y'all here in the spirit. I hope
Listen,
y'all
relax.
safe. Shout out to y'all. They not here today with us, but they'll be here.
Wish
Another
them well
time.
on their performance.
Yeah, shout out to them over
Shout
there.
out to them
they're in
over
North
there.
Carolina right
Yes,
now.
doing their
Slime
thing.
Life Tour.
Yes.
You already know.
You know.
All love over here at
You
the Black
know.
Ink.
All
Yeah.
love.
Yes. All right. So while Rich is doing what he's doing, playing with remotes and stuff,
Having
we're
fun.
going to we're gonna talk about the topics of the day.
Okay.
That's what y'all be waiting for, right? Yeah. All right. So you know how you have people who know you or know of you, may have known you when you were younger, or went to school with you, and they know the old version of you, right?
That's right.
Do you think that you're the same person you was before now?
No. Not at all. I'm not the same person. I'm a version of who I was, but I'm not exactly the same. I think different. I have different views on things now. So you might get the same, shape, the same. You might get the same, casing, the same person. Same personality, same laughter and everything. But my views have changed. That's the only thing that's changed for me.
So as far as me, I feel like, yes, I grow every day. So the person you met yesterday is probably not going to be the same person you meet today. I feel like every day I take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to me, and that elevates the growth. And I feel like that's kind of like how people are just generally. But some people have a hard time letting go of the past you, and they only see you as the past. They don't see like the future you, the current you of like the state of you being in.
Right, and that goes into what we're talking about today. So we want you to delete the old version of me in your head. It's expired. It's expired.
She said that's not me.
That's
I
not
just had
me.
to. I just had to delete my whole Twitter feed because I went back and apparently I was different.
Back in the day.
I used to say and do a lot of things because I really didn't care, and I like the shock value. So I would say crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's entertaining to read it, but
I don't think they heard me, Rich. I'm gonna need some claps, some bombs, some song.
Yes.
I'm gonna need some
Say-
song. You know what
say it
I'm
again.
saying?
Say it again.
I need you to delete the old version of me because it has expired. It's expired.
Gone.
We
Gone
can never
away.
grow. We can never elevate. We can never move on to the next level in life if you always looking at somebody
To be the same.
from what they were in their past.
Facts.
There's never going to be a change if you're always looking at what they were instead of what they are.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, definitely.
Definitely facts.
Definitely.
Some situations in life you kind of just got to take things for what it is, see it for what it is, and accept it and respect it.
That's a fact.
And move on.
So what do you see like your growth like from, let's say, the you of from this time last year, 2021, to this time this year? what is like different, and how have you elevated and grown just as a young woman?
So
like,
this time,
dating, all of that.
So this time last year to now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say last year I was more so like I'm still kind of introverted now, but I was really like in my own shell last year. Like I was completely just by myself. I'm very protective of my space. This year I'm more open, more willing to talk to people because I had to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to make my first impression, especially meeting new people. Even when I first met Rich, I was not at a good space in my head, like at all. I was actually like really, really bad. And I hated the fact that like I would be in such a bad state of mind.
Yeah.
Because meeting new people and networking, it's like you don't want to give off what you're going through currently.
Exactly.
You don't want to
look like your situation.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to look like your situation.
Through.
Exactly. I love that. You don't want to look like your situation, and it's just like this is what I'm going through right now. But this isn't
This
permanent.
isn't me.
This isn't me. This isn't permanent. Yeah. This is very much temporary.
I know.
And once I get past that, then you'll really meet the real me. But last year and now, I just feel like clear minds, peace. Just really growing into the young adult that I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
So, yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Rich. Putting the sister on.
You heard her.
Having faith.
Yeah.
Believing. Rich, you might be okay.
I mean, the thing is this, man. Regardless of what she was going through, regardless of what she presented, she still remained a person
Absolutely.
who had a lot to offer. She still remained a person who was focused and ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she was going through did not come through in her daily, however she presented herself. So it was like, it wasn't hard to accept the person that was in front of me, and also accept the fact that person might be in the transformation stage, and also to accept that person might be a little different soon. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that, she has the chance to grow, and I'm glad that, she's growing to be a better person. I mean, she's young, so at the end of the day, she has a lot of growing to do, and I'm just glad that the growing is starting early, because that means that it's going to be a lot of growth, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to us for, just being a dynamic team, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. You can't
That's
do
it.
it without a team. Teamwork make the dream work.
Definitely.
So what's your elevation like from last year to this year?
From last year to this year, I'm a little more focused on getting the job done versus, like being outside and worrying about everybody else. I was taking care of everybody else. Last year, I was making sure everybody else was good. This year, I'm making sure I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? And the people around me who have common goals and, common aspirations. If we on the same plane, we're on the same positive vibe, and we going in the same direction, then I'm for you. But if you're just a person that's around me, then, if we're not going in the same direction, I really, it's a selfish time for me. And not selfish in a bad way, but just selfish in my goals.
Yes, absolutely. It's that me time.
It's time. It's us.
Yes.
But it's whoever's us is. If I say me, I feel like I'm still talking about you.
Absolutely.
That's the type of us I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm rocking with that, definitely.
So,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
So a few people I met as of recent who are on the same page, on the same drive, and I'm for them as they for me. And that's it. We on the same path, and we about to win. You feel me?
Amen. Say it again.
We about to win.
No, that's serious. That's serious.
Amen to that, for real.
Facts.
You really want to watch who you give your energy to and protect your space, right? So all of the relationships that's going on, and Valentine's Day is coming up, so people about to be buying gifts, and you about to be seeing a lot of couples popping out on Instagram that you never even knew about.
Word, they together.
You be like, wait a minute, I
What just
thought
Be on
happened?
pages like, oh, so you are with your
I
baby.
thought
Yeah.
ketchup was just with
Okay.
barbecue
You feel me?
before she hit
Baby
mustard,
mama.
and then
Now-
mustard hit mayo. I'm
You feel
seeing
me?
mayo. with lemon
Mayo
pepper
all
and
over
lemon
the
pepper with honey hot.
You know, ketchup fuck with everybody.
Yo, I'm
No.
telling you, like, if you're not with ketchup,
You ain't-
yeah,
you ain't it. You ain't
around. I'm telling you, like, everybody
ain't
just
lit.
bouncing around everybody. But I want y'all to really just be careful out here with all of the relationships and dating and stuff like that, because you really have to watch who you giving your energy to and who you loving, and especially if you're the type of person who
Big
really gives your
facts.
all when you love.
Big facts.
Because
Yeah.
if you
Ugh.
I'm telling you, if you give the wrong person your love, it's gonna feel like,
It's like draining.
yeah, you're gonna
It's-
feel drained. You're
you're
gonna feel
just-
used. You're gonna feel overwhelmed. It's gonna be like a snowball effect.
Emotionally
I want you to think about when you jump into relationships, think about it as, I don't want to do the same thing I did to affect my past relationship in this relationship. Don't go
Facts.
into a new relationship with the same mindset you did with your past relationship,
Facts.
because you're gonna repeat the same cycle. So
That's a fact.
with all these relationships that's going on and stuff like that, really ask yourself, is this somebody I see myself being with? Is this somebody I see myself being with? And you both want to make sure that you both see a future with each other,
Absolutely.
at least a
Yeah.
future,
And-
right? And
Right.
a lot of these relationships they getting into is temporary. They're like, oh, I'm just talk to this person while I'm in college. I'm just talk to this person
Right.
until after I do this, or let's just make this YouTube
Really?
channel so that we can make some money off of social media. And it's
Right.
just like, hold on, wait a minute. Let's slow it down. Hold on.
Relationships aren't, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to kind of add this. Relationships aren't how they were like back in the day. We used to write notes to each other and like talk on the actual phone and things of that sort.
Really grow
Well,
a
we have
bond.
cell phones now. We can text.
Listen,
Yeah,
But,
you swipe left, swipe
we
right.
can
You
take-
can
let me
sure.
tell you, it's definitely different. Go ahead, Rich.
I was gonna say, you know, or for what you were saying, because that's a very good point. People need to really take their time. At the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with dating before getting into a relationship, because the thing is, I know people want to feel loved. I know it's a time where it's like no one wants to be alone, but you should definitely date, because you really never know somebody until honestly you live with them. You know what I'm saying, for a short period, for a period of time. But either way, you definitely like date. You know, get to know people nowadays, because people can give you their representative. They can give you something to buy into until you find out who they really are. So I would just say for people out there, you know, when you get into these relationships, like she said, don't do it for the little simple reasons. Oh, let's do this, let's get together for that. Do it for the right reasons, and make sure you date. You know what I'm saying? Date for a minute, because you just never know. And, you know, people get pregnant. Next thing you know, you got a whole family with somebody you don't want to be with. It's shit crazy, you know what I'm saying? So be careful. Be careful.
Be careful. Be careful who you sharing your energy to. Be careful
Yeah.
who you sharing your love with. Be careful who you opening up your pockets to, your
All
bank account,
that.
your money. Be
All
careful
that.
with who you sleeping with. All of that.
Who you just let in
Yes, because sex is a
general.
transfer of energy.
It definitely is. If
And-
y'all can't get money together, if y'all can't talk about, you know, new plans in life, growing and
Facts.
elevating, and how can I add to your bag and you add to mine, then what is y'all talking about? Like, if y'all the relationships that's sleeping in the bed till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, getting up, smoking 3-5 blunts after that, and then going to sleep around 3-4 o'clock in the morning, it don't make no sense. It's like, y'all not getting no money together. Y'all not getting to no paper. It's not. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding how y'all expect to get any money amongst each other. And the only way that if nobody get no money, who the breadwinner in the relationship?
Exactly. Exactly. And that comes to the other conclusion I made.
It's just sitting there. I had to hit it.
Don't, man, if you ain't got no money, don't go dating no women,
No,
man.
for real facts.
Don't go dating no damn
Don't
women. At the
date
end of the
multiple
day,
women if you don't have a
no.
multiple woman.
If you don't
income.
have any, no, I'm just talking to the broke niggas.
I'm just talking
Well, to the broke niggas, don't
If
date.
you ain't got no money, don't
Sure.
be dating.
Sure.
Because
No money, don't be dating.
don't be
Listen.
dating. Because at the end of the day, it's like, listen, what the hell? Why would you put yourself in a situation where you can't take out a Valentine's Day now?
Yeah.
Now you gotta be dumb and be creative.
You gotta like think on your toes real quick. Like, oh my gosh, should I
Yeah.
gonna scramble together? I don't have enough money,
Yeah,
or can I
that-
borrow? You pretty much robbing Peter
you're
to
putting
play
yourself
Paul.
right. You're putting yourself in a bad position. Like at the end of the day, just you know what I'm saying. Get your money together. Get your life
Yes.
together,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then go date.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Make sure you're emotionally detached from the relationship you previously were in.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Definitely make sure that you're not broken and you're fixed.
Yes,
from that last relationship before you jump to another one.
Like, I'm not saying there's a time limit, but they say for every year you are together with the person, you should spend at least 6 months single. So if you come from
I don't know about that's a long time.
But you got to think about it. You were with that person for a long time, so you're used to like years and years of certain habits.
Yeah,
and then
but
when you date, it don't.
Now think about it. I was with a person. You say I was with somebody 5 years, so I'm supposed to spend 2.5 years alone.
Yes.
No, I think you gotta rebuild
because you got 1 year of like.
I think 1 good year of a detox and just chilling and getting to know yourself should be good for any amount of time. Because now you're gonna just be bored and alone, and then what are you doing?
No, you're not.
It's gonna be a fight. You're gonna be fighting.
No, you're elevating yourself. You're doing those workouts that you said you wouldn't do. You traveling. You're paying for one meal.
You can do all of that in a year.
No, but you can do more. Like, come on now. Like, it's more about the elevation of yourself. Like, it takes longer than a year to get over somebody that you've been with for 5 years.
That's not true. It depends on how you left.
So I was with somebody for 5 years, and it took me 3 minutes. It took me 4 years to
fully like heal. Like you don't. It's the
but you know what though? I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you.
And that's really from my heart because that was some real love.
Like that was. If you're really in love with a person, like
listen. Now
I felt that shit.
Thank you.
Now if she would have took a year off, right? A year or two, and then dated somebody else and dated the right person. I'm not finished. The right person. It might not have took that long because the right person take your mind right off of that.
Well, obviously, the right person didn't come across her path.
Probably not. Or maybe she wasn't open to it. Who knows? We don't know her story.
It's not even about being open to. I feel like when it comes to opening up doors, when it comes to relationships, period, whether there is a 5-year relationship, a 3-month relationship, if the love is real, if the feeling is real, it's gonna hurt. You gonna feel that. Let me tell you something. You gonna feel that. Yes. There was nights I wasn't eating. There was nights I was eating buffalo chicken cheesesteaks every single day. I'm telling you, I was eating buffalo chicken cheesesteaks. Yes, and there was nights I was crying myself to sleep. Sometimes I couldn't. Like the heartbreak is really a real thing out here. Y'all out here making babies, exchanging all this negative energy and passing this energy on with this energy and sharing it with this energy. It's just like y'all got a lot going on out here. And that's why y'all wondering why people killing each other and doing this and doing that. It's because y'all got people going insane because love is real.
Love is real.
And it'll really fuck you up in the head.
That's a fact. Love is definitely real. So what do you say to people who are serial daters that just be out dating people and don't look to be in no relationship?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think that's very selfish. I feel like you should only interact with individuals that want to do the same thing as you.
Right.
Because the second you stop interacting with individuals that are on the same bandwagon as you and are you want to just mess around but no title, then you need to talk to people that want to just mess around with no title. Right. Because if you just stick to your people, then you don't got to worry about no one getting their feelings hurt or anything getting too out of hand because y'all both have the same mindset. I want to just stick around with people that don't want nothing and just want to mess around.
I want to go back to the what I was gonna say is I would just tell them to keep it real from the beginning. Just tell people, keep it up front because, like you said, give the people the option if that's what they want to do. But I want to go back to the first thing you was talking about. I want to say this, right? And this is a question. So if you feel like you've changed, right?
Yeah.
And you're moving on in life, and this is new me. You know what I'm saying? This is new me, new Jay. I've changed. Things are different. Now, what if someone from the old you wants to change with you, but you don't really see, they just remind you of the old you. Do you help them change with you or do you have to let them go? How do you feel about that?
Okay, I just want to make sure I understand your question. So this person is
a person you hung out in the past with and they was a part of the old you. Maybe whatever you changed, like you're not doing no more, they kind of remind you of that because that's what they were like the epitome of it. Like, yo,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're changing. You're not with that no more. They're still with it, but they still want to be your friend and say that they're willing to change along with you.
So in a situation like that, I basically would handle it I would come like this. Hey, I've elevated in life. Things have changed for me. I don't do the things I used to do in the past. With that being said, I don't really have the same kind of friends I used to have. Right. I hang around with people that's more like me. I hang around people that's into the things that I'm into. So we're not really on that same path. Now, I can introduce you to it. I can bring you on to it. I can show you some new shit if you want to get down with the get down. But as far as me stooping back down to that level, I don't have the time, the money, the energy to go ahead and allow you to be that heavy weight on my back. I can't climb the ladder if I got heavy weight on my back trying to pull me down. So in order for me to keep on going and keep getting up and keep getting past this ladder, I have to break that down to that person that we may have gotten along in the past because the things I used to get into, we fit. But now that I've elevated and I've moved on to different things and bigger things in my life, I'm in different conversations. I'm in different rooms. I'm walking through different doors. This is different shit for me. So if you down with it or you gotta go. Simple as that.
I feel like.
That's how I feel, honestly.
Yeah, I heard her.
Honestly. And it's a lot of people that really need to hear that because, see, what we will do is we will get so tied into this best friend title. That's my bro. That's my sis. That's my friend. So I gotta ride for this person. I gotta put my life up for this person. I gotta shoot for this person because that's my sister. That's my brother. When deep down inside, it's like if that's really your brother and your sister, like you say it is. In reality, right? I'm about to hit a lot of y'all where it hurts. In reality, that person wouldn't even put you in that bullshit. Like, that person wouldn't even put you in a situation where you even have to make decisions like that. Do I have to shoot this person and end up, being in jail for the rest of my life?
Facts.
That so-called brother or sister that you riding for, think about it. That person, if that was your sister and that person really loved you, like you say that this person is really this,
they won't put you in a
situation like that because they love you as equal as much as you love them. That's just that simple.
Exactly. That's a whole fact. Let's get it.
Y'all gotta look at it from different perspectives. What do y'all think?
I definitely agree with you on that. Like, I definitely agree with you. When it comes to situations like that, it's just like one of those things to where you just got to kind of protect yourself and just make sure, like,
And I think that's very important to teach your kids growing up because a lot of middle schoolers, especially starting from middle school going into high school, because that's where that transition part is. Middle school kids think they grown when they get to high school, so that's where that transition is. So I feel like that's the perfect time to like really throw in there and let them know like, hey, this is real. This is real shit. Yes. This is what your friends gonna tell you. This is bullshit.
And that's what I have to tell my kids.
Yeah, you want your kids to know the difference between bullshit and real shit.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's important to know the difference because bullshit can get your kids killed.
Exactly.
And real shit can save a kid's life. I'm telling you, it's walking the streets, having street knowledge, knowing when to look over your back, knowing when to check the license plate before you get in the Uber, taking pictures of it, letting somebody know where you're at, where you're going, at least somebody, just certain things like that. These are things that you want to teach your kids while they're young because when they get older, it will already be stored in them, and it can pass down generation.
Right.
And a lot of these kids get into stuff because they're not taught. They wasn't well taught, and it's like a lot of these things are getting overlooked. Or we putting this over our head, and then we looking up, and it's a hashtag, and it's like, why is my kid a hashtag? But it's like, did you tell your kid these street knowledge information? Because this is what's important.
And that's what you like. What you're saying is 100%, 1,000% true. Because when it comes to my boys, they're like raising boys is different than raising girls. It's like more of you have to teach them to be tough, but not too tough to where they're like a bully. Like it's a fine line between like allowing someone to say something versus allowing someone to actually put forth the effort. And whatever you see your friends doing, you remember that if they're all jumping off the bridge, are you going to be joining them jumping off that bridge? If you're not, then you need to make the decision of knowing your mom gonna whoop your ass if you when you come through them doors and you're doing what you're not supposed to do. I can't help what other moms and other parents teach their children, but I can help what I teach my children, and I always teach them. You know, defend yourself first, but don't go and start it. You can finish it if they started with you, but don't go around starting or stuff and then being a bully. And then you see your friends going around, like my 6-year-old is so funny. When my 10-year-old's not around, he calls himself dry snitching. And so he was doing that today. He was like, and TJ, they be cussing on the bus. I'm like, oh, do they? He was like, yeah, and TJ cussed too. I'm like, TJ cuss. He's like, yeah, TJ cussing. So I'm trying to teach my brother and my boys, like, the bond of brothers. Like, you don't got to go tell everything that's going on. But then it made me mad as a mom. Like, boy, you don't go out this house. You know better than to be using that language, especially on the bus. Like, what if you get in trouble? So now I'm in, like, the dilemma of, like, I want to whoop your ass for telling because snitches get stitches and put in dishes. And I want to whoop your ass for the principle of you cussing and I'm not around.
Right. It's a lot.
The whole parenting thing, there's no book. There's no right or wrong book. There's not no book to parenting.
There's not.
There's no right or wrong. It's just, however you want to do it. But I say one thing. Keeping your kids locked up in a room and not being exposed to the real world is not going to do anything but create a monster.
Or sneaking.
They're going to be sneaking everywhere. They're going to be hiding this and that. Those are the ones that you have to watch out for.
Them the ones that bring home babies first or initiated into unexpected gains. Like, wait a minute. How we end up here?
Yeah, you gotta know when it's time to have a conversation.
Absolutely.
With your kids.
You do.
And I don't care if it's an uncomfortable conversation. Sometimes a conversation needs to be had because it's certain things that, even young ladies, I feel like, and this is why I speak the way I do, because I feel like it has to do with the music that we putting out, the music that kids is listening to, social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything that kids are exposed to. It's like, all right, if this is what the world is going to give them, we have to throw in some type of positive stuff, because if that's all they see, that's all they know.
Yep.
Facts.
That's very, very, very true.
Yes, it is.
Very true.
See, I also believe when it comes to raising your kids, I feel like, we got to break that cycle of, listen, don't, when they say kids are to be seen, not heard, and don't talk, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like if you, at that point, you stopping your child from being able to express themselves.
Absolutely.
You stopping your child from being able to tell you when something is wrong because you're always yelling at them. I feel like when they told us to not goo the kid, like talk to him like an adult. It's like when you talk to them like an adult, that makes them talk faster. So now when they start to talk, you should talk to them like an adult. Just explain to them what they can and can't say. Don't let them get sassy with you. But you should definitely raise your kids like young adults, because then they'll move through the world like young adults. And they'll be able to talk to you in a manner where you can understand what they got going on, and they'll be way more open to telling you instead of feeling like they're going to get in trouble.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You are 100% right on that.
I never understood a parent that would just, bitch and complain about where their child is going, and you out at this time and you coming in my house at this time, but the kid asked the parent to take them and the mom said no. It don't make sense. It make sense, because it's like, I would rather take my child to where it is that you need to go. I'd rather take you and pick you up. And let me explain to you why. See, I know a lot of y'all not even listening to me no more because I just said that. But just listen to what it is that I'm saying. I would rather take my kid and pick my kid up rather than just, yeah, you can go.
I agree with
and
you.
then it's like thank you. And then figure out how you're going to get there, figure out how you're going to get back. You make sure you're in my house by this time. It's not making no sense, because it's like, the reason why I want to know where you're going and where you at is because I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna take you there, and I want to see what you look like when you get there, and I want to see what you look like when you get back.
That's what my reasoning is. Exactly.
Yeah, because they definitely go change outfits on you.
Or even that, I want to just see who you're going to be around.
Yeah.
I want to meet the parents. I need to meet whoever you're going to be around, your little friends. I don't care who it is, because you are my responsibility. So if anything happened to you, it's all going to fall back on me as a parent.
Right.
And the first question people will ask is, why did you let them go? So it's like, well, how did I know that they were going to do this, this, and that? Or they told me this, and that. But you as a parent, you didn't check up on it. You weren't there.
Right. And it's like I said, there's no handbook to it, but and it's like you don't know. Sometimes you really just don't know. Sometimes you really just don't know. You just don't know.
Kid, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I done got away with too much, like way too much.
And some kids just do what they want to do. They act a fool and don't care about anything.
Exactly.
So it's like sometimes it is out of your control. But all I can say is that because I'm not a parent, but all I can say from the outside looking in is give the kid enough to let them fly.
Yes.
When they fly, that's it.
Yes.
Once they fly, they fly. And
Yeah,
you want to
they
give
fly.
them just enough just to get them up off the air. They fly off. They go ahead and explore the world. And the trials and tribulations that they go through will be, answered and justified, and know how to handle when the time comes and they cross that bridge.
Absolutely.
However, you can't stop them from flying, because then they'll never know what it's like, or you'll never see how they act in a time where they need to use their smarts, their street
Exactly.
smarts. You'll never know because you never gave them a chance to fly.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
Question. So, when do y'all think is a good time to let your child on social media?
Oh, I'm having that trouble right now.
Yeah, my mom, I still to this day don't have a Facebook. I don't own a Facebook, and I need to make one, but the reason why is because my mom didn't let me have one when I was younger, and then I started blowing up on YouTube when I was younger, and then the Instagram started blowing up, and then after that, it was just kind of one of those things where it was just like, I don't care no more. But I think probably like 13.
13?
I'm like,
I say 13 because I feel like my mom didn't let me be on. When I was 10, my mom didn't let my face be on YouTube. I wasn't allowed to post nothing. I wasn't allowed to do any of that because she was worried about like grown men looking at my body and picturing my body in an inappropriate way or things like that, like
just taking things the
or
wrong
just
way,
video. Social media will have stuff up there for years.
Yes.
So I still have my first video is still on YouTube, and I'm 21 years old now.
Exactly.
And my first video is still up on YouTube.
The Facebook that I just started, like literally just started using, is from when I was in high school. So that's like
that's why I feel like
2009,
parents don't let you have your post that stuff up at a young age. They're not trying to be mean or be the bad guy, but she's really protecting you because that's gonna be there forever. And you
got shit up from 2003.
And
I'm about to say, like, you can screenshot things now.
In 2003, I was 2 years old, so
that's heavy.
Yeah.
2003, I was in the 8th grade.
I was 2 years old.
I was 23.
I was a baby.
I was at 23.
I was 12
out
years
there.
old. Oh, so I guess
Party.
I was in 6th, 7th grade.
It's getting real spooky.
No,
but
I don't want to talk about that no more. That's just too far back.
I mean, it's not. It's just about the reason why I ask is because you don't want to overprotect your child, but then you don't want to over block things because at the end of the day, it could be a culture shock that they grow up for so long without being on it. The next thing you know, boom. This is social media.
And then they blow up all of a sudden, and now all of a sudden they got all of this stuff going on.
Or you got the one kid in school who has a phone, and they showing them social media, and your kid is learning about it from the wrong person.
Yeah, but I think it's important to. The reason why you don't want to expose them too early is because you got kids that's seeing porn.
Yes.
And you got kids that's seeing OnlyFans, and you got kids that got Twitters that some videos is just like literally ass, vagina, penis, and it's just like, I mean, damn, my kid is 8 years old. My nephew, my niece, 7 years old, and they seeing this kind of stuff
all that shit,
all on social media, and it's not like it's protected or shadowed, because it's nothing but grown-ups on there.
Like me, I have YouTube Kids for my kids. You're not getting on regular YouTube, and it started for me just because of like, you know, Lil Nas's ex. Most recent video when he had the shoes and stuff come out, and there's no like, I don't take any, I don't want anyone to take any offense to what I'm about to say, but I feel like my 9-year-old at the time and 5-year-old, that's something that I just didn't want them seeing on the internet.
I mean,
because I have to explain
that's an issue. That's an issue because you can't go outside, right, and be promoting like, I don't care how he would take this, because you can't go outside and be promoting to kids.
Yes.
Your music was for kids. And then 2 minutes later you switching up. I don't care what your sexuality is.
Exactly.
But you were for kids. My daughter's only 6. She knows his song.
Exactly. And then it's just like, I didn't want, like, it's just, I wanted to protect them from that, just so they don't see certain things on there, like clicking on the video. Like, my kid was watching some scary stuff. I'm like, look, no,
How old are your kids?
They're 6 and 10 now.
See, now my question is this. So y'all said 13 is a good age, right? But do you even want your 13-year-old seeing some of that?
It's not about seeing some of that. I feel like it's not about do I want you to see it. I don't want you to see it at all.
Fact.
But if you do see it, you know that this is something I am not supposed to see without me there.
There you go.
Because once I get to that age, I should understand that this is right, this is wrong. I can take a picture like this.
But I can't take a picture like this.
Yeah, like, no, we're not doing that. So you got to understand the difference. But that's up to you as a parent to explain the difference and understand how important it is to your child.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing else said after that. It's pretty much if you're going to do that, do that. If you're going to set rules in place, then set rules in place. Absolutely. And be stern on it and stick to it. That's it.
Yes.
Because once your kids realize that, you're not playing about this, they'll respect it more.
Exactly.
And the reason why kids don't expect the things that y'all high expectations that y'all have is because, you're not really putting them in place.
Exactly.
Moms want to be, oh my God, that's my baby and that's my baby. Well, your baby is out here, throwing up gun signs at the age of 10, and now at 26, he got a murder charge and he in jail because he just took somebody else's kid's life.
I tried to drop a bomb and that happened like fast.
Yeah. And now he's 26 and he just took somebody else's life when we just told you to get that shit together when he was 10.
And that's real because my daughter was on a school bus and one of the little boys did that, act like he had a gun. And she came, she was like, he was going to shoot me. He had his fingers like this. And I'm like, that's not real, but I still don't like that you even felt that fear.
Yes,
you feel what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't even been doing that to my daughter. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
He's a little boy, but it's like, what are you seeing that you out here doing that?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And a kid is only going to do what they see, so that tells you something.
Exactly.
What are you seeing? I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It's so many perverts and creeps.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it either.
Seriously.
Hey. I'm crying, yeah.
I like that.
It's February 10th, Thursday. We lit today.
We
lit on Black Ink. We lit on Black Ink tonight.
Almost Valentine's
Okay.
Day.
I see the energy.
She's the Valentine's Day energy.
Today, Young Jay is wearing beige.
Young Jay's
the
wearing
beige has the energy going.
It has all the energy.
She's wearing a flowy cover-up that goes over the shirt.
Not a flowy cover-up. And that is really cute what you have on.
It is.
I saw something like this in my boutique, but it's
That's
like
nice.
the furry version.
That's nice.
Of it. You look really cute.
Thank you.
Okay. On the other side, we have Young C. She's wearing her thought braids.
Locks. Thank you very much.
Those are straight from Friday. Never ever come around here anymore.
What she say? Boo.
AKA Bye Felicia.
Get it, girl.
No, these are not Bye Felicias.
These
are more or less the girlfriend. What was her name? She never had a name.
Yeah, she was she was a man.
That's what these is.
How the fuck you? How you yelling at him for having a girl over there with a whole nigga in your bed?
This is the thing. When it comes to cheating, is I can do it, but if I catch you doing it, somebody bring it to my attention that you're doing it, then that's like, okay, you're trying to be funny about this shit.
Up.
But if you don't, if this shit's not, don't ask, don't tell. If it's not to my attention, there's nothing I can do about it.
I remember there was
in my face, then why my sister, auntie, cousin, baby, mama
Yeah, see, that's what you did.
Why my sister, auntie, baby mama, cousin gotta tell me.
You was in that club with some
Right.
bluesy. Now
Why my sister, mama, baby, daddy had to tell me.
No,
And
I'm
ain't
dead
nobody had to
serious.
tell me your ass in the bed with a nigga. That's just crazy.
But the nigga.
Why are you getting so excited? Was
his
it you?
business ain't-
God damn.
His business ain't out there though. Like that's
Who?
what I'm saying. Like he ain't putting her business out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember one day a client came in, and she looked just like the girl.
Oh
So
dang.
everybody's up there at the front, and I'm like, I said, can I ask you a question? She said, what? I said, why would you go off on that nigga like that when you had a whole nigga in the bed? When I say everybody caught on right away,
That's so funny. You are
she was like that.
funny.
that shit was dumb funny.
If she was young, she wouldn't have caught it.
She wouldn't have caught it.
She wouldn't have caught
I
it.
mean, I
She
think
was-
everybody saw Friday.
But they don't be catching the punchlines. Like, okay, so like when I date someone young, I don't. It's like kind of uncomfortable at times because I make a lot of references to movies, and 9 times out of 10, they were probably like 10 years old or 2 years old when the movie came out. So they're like, "Oh, I've never really seen that."
Date within your age, please.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
the facts and the definitely.
I can't even get it. They close at 9.
Can you,
American Deli.
huh?
I really
she's
wanted
trying
some.
to order food.
I really wanted
Oh
some
my
American
God.
Deli.
She's trying to order
American
some
Deli.
food.
Okay, so Jay wants to end the show early so she can get American Deli. God damn you.
I didn't say that,
What
but
the
if you
fuck?
insist.
What the fuck? What's that
Wait.
American Deli that's so
So-
good? We're not doing that.
I'm about to say, why would you have them delivered?
Fuck her stomach.
No, I'm just playing. Ooh, that was hurtful.
Fuck her stomach.
No, but we can't
Listen,
do
I've
that.
Nah,
been
they
on a
got-
diet for the last 7 days.
They got these mild-
Yeah.
they got these mild
slim over
wings.
there. And she
Man,
talking about mild wings.
they got these
Listen.
mild wings. You got to get them
You
extra
need to
wet.
do-
Oh
you
my
need-
God, those are so
you
good.
need,
Pepper
you
seeds,
need to do what
seasoning.
I did. I didn't eat for the last 7 days.
Nah.
No
He got
food
that.
whatsoever.
I'm telling him.
27
like,
pounds though. Let's talk about it.
You 27 pounds down?
27.
Yes. Oh,
You feel
won't he
me?
do it?
Yeah, he did it.
Won't
did.
he
You
do
look
it?
Slimmer, though.
Hey.
Won't he do it?
Hey.
Won't he do it?
Hey.
Ah, shabba-dabba-da.
Yeah, she'll preach it, but she won't
I
teach
was
it.
watching your TikTok. Y'all need to follow her on TikTok. What's your TikTok? Say your TikTok.
I don't
for
even
the
know. I
people.
think it's just What's Up, Jay.
I don't know.
I
But
think
up,
it's just
Jay?
What's Up,
she
Jay.
had
What's up, kid?
me cracking up when
did.
you were doing the one that from Coming to America when you came
Good
outside.
morning, my neighbor.
Yes, she came outside with mismatched clothes on, ashy knees, looking like Mr. Brown from
Oh.
Medea.
Oh.
Like one shoe on and it was a heel, and I believe it might have been on the wrong foot, but I just know I was crying. I kept replaying
Were
the video.
you?
I was like, she is goofy, definitely.
Everybody was laughing at
You
that
should
video.
do like a comedy, like you need to like do like a comedy sketch.
Everybody
like,
be saying that.
Seriously,
If
'cause
you
that's
was
your
looking at her page,
angle.
she's been doing that.
No, I'm talking about on the radio, like add like a comedy part to your like talk
This?
show. Yeah.
This is more
Well,
so my classy side.
There's a difference between stand-up comedy and what she does. Okay?
Yeah, I can't do
Well,
stand-up
I
comedy. I'm
know,
gonna stand
I
here
know.
like
No.
She
like,
needs
water
takes.
is
It's
clear.
more like
clear.
improvising, like you can do
Water's
like
clear.
prank calls and like stuff like that.
Prank
like-
calls.
Who
I'm
we
gonna have to
call
look
her?
into that.
Let's call your kids and see what they doing.
Oh, my kids will tell you, Lord, listen, when you were talking about like kids staying in a kid place and back in the day, I couldn't tell that to my kids because like for real, they
They'll tell you, "Shut up, mommy."
no, they don't say that now. Now we ain't going that far.
She said-
but they
She said
definitely
no.
are
Get away,
very
Mr. Jackson.
inquisitive.
She said, "No, ma'am."
No, ma'am. No, I ain't. No, we not doing
No,
that.
My
But they
daughter,
definitely-
be like, "Listen, let me tell you something."
That's because you got a daughter.
Because my
Yeah.
daughter talks like this with her
She
hands.
talks with her hands.
She does
Ooh,
these,
she's
yeah.
sassy.
Yeah, she be
She's
like, "Because,
sassy.
okay."
Oh, period, Miss
Worry about,
Mama.
What's your
worry about what you,
Mama?
worry about what you got going
Oh
on.
Jesus.
Miss Mama.
My
Yeah,
daughter's
she-
crazy.
Yeah.
She run the house, definitely. Are you gonna have more kids? Do you want more kids?
I do.
That's nice.
I gotta have a son. You know, I gotta.
Oh, okay,
I gotta have an heir
okay.
to the throne. You know what I'm saying?
You know, your daughter looks just like you though, for sure.
Thank you.
She definitely looked like you.
Yeah.
Do you want kids, Jay?
Nope.
Well, that's good. No, it's not.
That is
great.
not good. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I mean,
Hold
kids
on.
aren't for
We got-
everybody.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Let me tell you something
They're
about
not for
kids.
everybody.
Let me tell you something about kids, right? It
just
took
gotta
me.
have the
It took
right
me.
person to wanna
I'm
have
still
them by.
talking. I'm talking. There's just too much estrogen over there. Listen. It took me a long time to have a kid, but what I realized is that's an unconditional love that you will never experience with anyone else in this world. And if you want to leave this planet without that love, okay. But I advise to experience that, because at the end of the day, it teaches you even how to love another person and yourself. You feel me? If you've never experienced that love, then you really can't truly love someone else correctly, because a child is going to love you right, wrong, and different. They don't give a fuck what you do. They be mad at you and tell you they mad and still just want to be under you.
That's very true.
If you ever see somebody sleep, you know what I'm saying, and they touching you, you sleep. They sleeping, knocked out, in they fourth dream somewhere, and you get up to go to the bathroom and sleep. They start doing one of these because they need to touch you to remain asleep. That's love.
That's real love, right?
That's
there.
real love. So.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I always said that, like, I would have a kid if my man wanted a kid, because that's very, like, you know, a guy can't have a kid, so that's selfish of me to, like, just stop him if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But
I like that. That's smart.
Because it's just very, you know, it's kind of selfish. Like, if my man want a kid, then I'll have, I'll give it to him, because he can't have one. So but.
Yeah. But you got
for
time.
as far as me,
you don't
just like, I'm just really, yes, I want a kid, because I know me, when I want something, I'm gonna get it. So if I really want a kid, I'll go make a kid.
Oh yeah,
get a kid done.
No doubt.
But
she said, "I'm gonna go down to Target.
I'll go
down to Target, and I'm gonna get me a kid.
I'll go get me a kid.
Yeah, so let's let you not want them right now.
I don't want a kid.
Yeah, we don't need you to have kids right.
I'm cool.
She got too much schooling going on anyway. She doing her homework and ordering food.
Whoa, baby, you got too much dip on your chip. Let's slow it down. I don't need no kids over here. No, and I'm just playing.
Oh, yeah.
She like,
you are slow. Damn. She said, "What did I do? Oh my God, did I make you upset?"
Like, to be honest, I'm such a blonde. I be having these moments. Like, I will have a
blackest
moment to where
blonde I've ever seen in my life.
No, seriously, I
like, "Oh my
literally
God, what did I do?"
Listening to something, and I'll be like, "Dang, I didn't get it." I'm gonna just laugh like I did.
Watch the backdrop.
Just messing with you.
Watch the backdrop.
All right. Come through with the slick little comments.
I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I was born
I know
with
where
that.
you parked at.
No, you don't. No, you don't, actually. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
So, while we have you on here, tell us your name. What brought you to Atlanta? How'd you get out here?
Well, my name is C. As we said,
we don't care.
Rich doesn't care, but I'm sure the people care.
All right, go ahead for the people that care. That's cool.
That's cool. It's probably limited, but it's okay.
Crazy.
No, but I came to Atlanta because, like, I'm from Nebraska originally. Yes, there's black people in Nebraska. Yes, there's more than just my family. I have 11 brothers, 7 sisters. So, you know, we're cultivated in Nebraska. But
shit,
it was just,
like a
I needed a change of scenery, a change of, like, I was losing myself back home. And it's smaller, it's like a smaller town, so everybody kind of know everybody type thing.
Shit, and Nebraska?
First of all, no.
My bad, go ahead.
Omaha, Nebraska, where Gabrielle Union is from, and Malcolm X.
Shout out to them.
Malcolm
X is from Harlem.
No, he's not.
Just go ahead, man.
You know what? If you Google Malcolm X,
go ahead. I'm about to Google him now.
Go ahead, Google him. He says Omaha, Nebraska. But no, so long story short, I was like in a long relationship, and that relationship ended with my kid's dad, and we were like going through divorce, separation, and I just became a different person, and it was a person that I didn't want to be. Like, I was a career at the post office for 7 years, and then I stopped working there, and it's just like things was just changing drastically. So my brother offered me to come to Warner Robins, which is the country. Now that's the country. Okay, there's only 2 main highways. Shout out to them, because they definitely put me on my feet. And if it wasn't for them, I would not be in like the position that I'm in now.
That's
so
great.
They were like very uplifting. And then I had moved with my sister to Hampton, and you know, shout out to her too, because she definitely like looked out for me even when, you know, she didn't have to, type thing, because I was just going through so much to where it was just like I was just burning bridges. And me, I burn bridges in a way of like not being so I won't have anything to rely on, and I can just rely on myself type thing. And I went through a moment like 2019. I was homeless, living in my car. Then 2020, I opened a beauty supply store and boutique.
Congratulations.
And then it's just like being an up and up.
Yes,
I own a web development firm, so anybody needing a website, I make websites and I host and copyright.
Yes, y'all heard
skincare
her.
products. So I elevated myself in a way of like, I have to be successful because
Right.
I have no other option at this point.
Right.
Like I have nothing else to look for, and I have 2 boys that's looking at me, and they are with me constantly because we are the only ones up here at this
Right.
point. So I met Rich because I was calling myself assisting managing artist. I go through phases in life, I feel like, but this is not a phase. This is this is to stay. But I was really interested when I did my first interview. I was like, okay, like it just stayed with me, like the atmosphere, the environment, everything. And so like probably like the beginning of the year, I met up with Rich. I seen him. I actually just happened to run into him, and then I came up here one time and
it was up and it was stuck from there.
Yeah, I'm
period.
stuck now.
Now
They
she
know,
here.
like, where's she at?
Right.
Where's she at? Where's she at?
My bad, wrong button. So
I told you haterism, and then he
so-
said wrong button, and then not do
so
nothing.
Malcolm X,
Yeah,
he was born in Omaha, Nebraska,
No,
but he was not. Watch the backdrop. He wasn't even there for a year. He left within a year of being born, which means he didn't even leave. He didn't even experience it. He's not a Nebraskan. Stop
what did you
claiming
read?
Malcolm X.
What did you read?
Stop claiming Malcolm X.
What did you read? What did you read?
I read his fucking his biography.
Where was it written off?
Look it up. If you
No,
look it up, but
say
you
the
look
site.
everything up.
No, say the site.
All right, give me your Instagram and wherever they can find you, please, Miss C.
Oh, Chocolate Chick with 5 Ks.
Right.
Instagram.
Y'all heard her.
Yeah, I heard it.
So we checking out.
You.
Period.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate
Yes,
it.
it was a pleasure having
Rich
you on
giving
the
off rich
show.
energy.
Yeah.
Talking about Nebraska.
Closing out. What's up, Jay? We out. Deuces, y'all.
Black Ink 125th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now. Yeah.